$300 million. That's what Cvent, one of the largest event technology companies in the world, reportedly paid to acquire Goldcast in December of 2025. That number means the biggest player in the entire event industry just looked at post-production event content repurposing and said this is worth 9 figures. If you work in events, you really should be paying attention to this. Goldcast is an AI-powered platform that takes your event footage and turns it into clips, summaries, and video content fast. Like, same-day fast. Goldcast was one of the fastest growing companies on the 2025 TechFast 500. These folks were on a rocket ship, and Cvent bought them to specifically solve one problem. Organizations are sitting on a mountain of event footage and doing absolutely nothing with it. That's not a trend anymore, that's a verdict. One of the largest event tech companies in the world, backed by BlackRock, by the way, just told the entire industry with a 9-figure check that your event footage is worth way more than you thought it was. We've been calling this problem footage purgatory for a while now. You spend months planning your event, you bring in incredible speakers, you capture powerful moments, and then the hard drive containing that footage sits in a drawer, it goes nowhere, the content dies. And that's not because people don't care. It's because no one has the bandwidth, the process, or the right tools to actually do something about it. The value is there, it's always been there. But the gap between acquisition, post-production, and distribution has felt impossible to close. That gap is exactly what Cvent just paid 9 figures to address. Which means Echo has been right about this from day one. The footage graveyard is a real problem with a real dollar figure attached to it now, and that changes the conversation entirely. Here's the model. Cvent contracts typically run anywhere between $20,000 to well over $50,000 a year, and that's before you even layer in the content repurposing capabilities on top. Platform access alone potentially runs into 6 figures annually depending on the size of your organization and its needs. And that's not a knock, that's the enterprise model. It's built for Fortune 100 marketing teams with dedicated ops staff and 6-figure software budgets. And if that's you, that's great. But if it's not, and for most of the event planners and companies I talk to, it's not, their product was never built for you in the first place. This acquisition is the proof point we've been waiting for, and it opens a very clear lane for event content repurposing. Now, here's where it gets really interesting to me. Let's talk about what this acquisition also tells us about the model itself. When you spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a specific technology, you're kind of locked in. That's just the reality. Cvent has now a product roadmap, an integration timeline, and a business case built around Goldcast's current approach. As of today, that AI suite clips, summarizes, and generates recaps, and that's genuinely useful. But think about this. AI is moving so fast right now, what's cutting edge today might be, or likely will be, completely outpaced in 18 months. A better transcription model pops up, a better clipping engine launches, a better graphics integration tool comes out of nowhere. And when that happens, a platform company has to figure out how to retrofit a 9-figure acquisition to accommodate it. That takes time and resources, which means their customers have to wait. And look, I want to be really clear here. These companies are legitimately paving the way for this entire industry, and I have massive respect for what they've built. They're making the category real, they're bringing attention and investment to a problem that has needed solving for decades. That's good for everyone, especially Echo. But the model is different. And while this might sound like a sales pitch, because it kind of is, this is a mindset everyone should be considering. Echo is tool agnostic by design. We don't have a specific platform. We don't have a proprietary tech stack that we're married to. What we do have is a group of tested processes and a human judgment layer. And we run that process with whatever tools are best for the client, and that includes the most effective AI tools. If something better ships tomorrow, we adopt it immediately. No roadmap, no migration, no waiting on a product team to greenlight the integration. And here's the part that genuinely excites me. AI isn't just changing what tools exist, it's making it possible to build custom tools for specific needs. If a client has a unique workflow, we can build around it. That flexibility may not exist inside a boxed platform, no matter how good it is. And if the tools don't exist, we can go in the old-fashioned way and create the exact content our clients want using traditional programs that are infinitely more flexible. The value is never the tools, the value is having a partner that knows exactly what to do with your footage. The tools just make it easier to execute once we know. All right, let's wrap it up. Cvent just proved the market. They just told every event organization in the world that event content repurposing is worth investing in. And now the question is, who's going to do that for the organizations that a 9-figure enterprise platform wasn't built to serve? That's Echo. That's exactly what we're here for. If you've got footage on a hard drive from your last conference, there's a content library in that footage that your audience, whoever they are, hasn't seen yet. It's all in there. It just needs someone to pull it out. Head to makeitecho.co. Let's talk about what's really in your event footage.